All right. All right. Welcome to our first ever 8-man tournament. What do we call this? Round table? What do we call this? Call this a round table, I would say, yeah?
We can call it the first get together.
The first get together.
The
We're gonna
first
get to know
meetup.
each other.
It's a StreamYard barbecue, is what we're calling it.
So, welcome guys to the show. Today we're going to learn about all of the athletes on our 8-man tournament, and it is now an 8-man tournament. Unfortunately for the athletes it is, but unfortunately for the fans, because we wanted to see four shows of this, but now it kind of dwindled down to two, or to three shows, that is, right? So we're gonna have three shows where we're gonna break down some of the best 145 athletes in the world. We have a star-studded cast of people from all over the world, and yeah, we're excited. Joel, what are you thinking?
I mean, these are the top athletes. These guys have tons of experience. These guys are elite, top of the top, and let's talk about these guys.
All right, so let's talk about a little bit of the tournament overview. How is this going to go? Joel, you want to go over that and what's going to happen here?
Yeah, so we have the 8 guys, as you mentioned. It's a $25,000 grand prize for the winner, which has never been done in the U.S. before. I think the biggest that I've seen in the States was about 10,000, which was, probably 15 years ago or so. I take on promotions. So I'm happy to be a part of this. Yeah, I'm very happy to be a part of this. I'm happy to put on these guys. I'm happy to, show the world what Muay Thai, not just what American Muay Thai is, but what Muay Thai is around the globe, right? And then, so we have the 3 events. First one set to take place on March 29th, with the semifinals set to take place on May 18th, and then the finals in November.
It's exciting too, because we're already looking at, in November, a new weight class. We kind of put up a vote, and it was alarming, how one-sided that vote was, because it was very clear. I put a lot of weight classes on there. I put 170, I put 160s, I put even a female 125. I was thinking maybe Tierra go on there, but it was very clear that everybody wants to see 132.
That's a good one.
Seems to be the class. So if you're out there listening and you want to compete in an 8-man tournament, we plan on doing this every year at a different weight class. Put in on our website, siamfights.com, and we will actually be putting together the next, hopefully 16-man. We're going to keep the tournament open to see, if it's 16-man, if it's an 8-man. But, we started with 16-man tournament. A lot of people kind of saw the competition, in my opinion. And little by little, started trickling off, started falling off.
Quite a few fell out.
Think about what kind of ask this is, though. Think about what you're asking of these athletes. I mean, the lineup of, you take even 3 of these guys and the accolades that this tournament has for the $25,000 cash prize, something that's unprecedented in North America, at least in what I have seen in Muay Thai, and the lengths that Siam Fights is trying to go to make these athletes have this sort of an opportunity. Of course, the best of the best are going to come out of the woodwork. And when you're faced off against people like those that we're going to interview today, and as we're going to get to know more over this 3 showcase, I imagine we're going to do this StreamYard barbecue more than once. Goodness gracious.
The barbecue.
I like the barbecue, man. I don't like that. You know what? One of these days I'm going to host a barbecue and have all the fighters come out.
That's great.
After we pound each other's heads in. Yeah, right? We're going to, all right, let's feed each other and chill.
Yeah, that's one of the nice things about fighting is you can hug afterwards. You go to absolute war and shed blood and cut each other's eyes and all sorts of stuff, but
real recognize real.
Yeah.
Right?
That's it, man.
It's very true.
Once you punch somebody in the head, you can only have respect for them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when it's a war. When it's a war,
sure.
man. Man, you have a lot of respect for the guy after that.
Well, let's meet some of the fighters. I'm going to bring in a couple each fighter, and we're going to interview them a little bit and talk about, a little bit how their training is going, and mix it up a little bit. See who's what. Okay. So first one I'm going to bring on is John Garcia. John, welcome to the show. How are you?
How's it going? I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Very good,
man. Thanks for coming on.
No, thank you for having me, man. I'm excited.
John Garcia is an OG. An OG, man. How long have you been training? Have you been in the sport, man?
I've been training since I was 13.
Since the kids. I've seen it. You fought on our first, I think you fought on our first or second U.S. Open tournament.
Uh-huh.
I think it was like 10. I think it was like 10 years ago.
Yes, sir.
10 years ago.
Wow.
Man. And now we're back.
Yes,
Siam Fights is back. How's your training camp been going?
Oh, man, training's been solid. I mean, we never stopped training since last year. We just been, going with the flow of everything. And once we chopped it up with you at the USMTO, it just got the ball rolling slowly. So, just steaming on through.
Yeah, cool. I know you trained with Rodrigo. How long have you been training with him?
Since I was 13. Been with him ever since.
He's your OG coach.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, man. So,
hey, John,
ahead.
I just want to say, I think I remember seeing you maybe about close to 15 years ago in New York. You fought on Take On a long time ago.
Right.
Yep. And I think that might have been one of your one of your early pro fights. So I'm happy to see you still in it and still fighting at a high level.
Thank you.
So our what we plan on doing, and we do have a bit of restraint from the commission in the state of Arizona. The commission's quite strict on a lot of things. If you fought here before, you very much know about that. Their matchmaking process is quite difficult. But our hopes for the tournament is that we allow the team, the athletes, to pick their opponents. Okay. And I think that creates kind of a very interesting scenario where, we're going to do basically a lottery, right?
Yes, sir.
And from the lottery, if you win it, the first 3 people that win it gets to pick their opponents, right? And then the last 2 are going to fight each other.
Copy.
Who would you pick, John, out of this lineup to fight first, and why?
Whew. I mean, like you guys said, the lineup is star-studded. So
exactly right.
Sure is.
Acolytes from everywhere, and it's my time coming back in. But to be honest, I love a challenge. So whoever's the top dog,
anybody can get it.
Anybody can get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so who do you think is the top dog? Who in your mind is the top dog in this 8-man tournament right now?
I mean, I was looking at everybody's statures, and Nico has over 60 international fights. He would be one that I'd be looking at. Dimitri, I heard he's solid. I saw his resume and I was like, okay, I want to test myself, and then
Absolutely.
Everybody else, I don't want to single anybody out by that, but those are the 2 that stuck out to me personally, just but by the high resume that they have. So, if I want to prove that I'm the best, I got to take out the best and I got to challenge myself. So
that's
either I win or I learn.
So here's the thing.
Yes,
as we know in the sport, everything is survival of the fittest, right? So how do you guarantee your way to the end? How do you guarantee your way to that $25,000?
I got to be smart. I got to be tactical. I got to be precise. I got to ensure that everything I do either delivers damage or keeps me at bay and keeps me leveled where I'm winning on the scorecards.
I got a question, John.
Yes.
So looking at the resumes, a lot of the athletes, not a lot of them have boxing listed on their resume, just strict boxing. Do you feel like that gives you an advantage? Because a lot of Thai boxers, they don't have a whole lot of boxing experience or boxing prowess, but it seems like you have spent a considerable amount of time working the hands. Do you feel like that gives you a little bit of an edge?
I mean, anything can happen. I don't strictly do Thai style fighting. So, I mix in the Western boxing in there. I've mixed in Taekwondo into my move sets. So I bring different angles, but at the end of the day, all it takes is one strike to catch me. So I think it just brings me more readiness to ensure a couple more strikes, a couple more punches flowing in and out. But at the end of the day, we'll have to wait and see.
Awesome, man. Well, you guys have any questions? Any more questions for John?
No, I think I'm excited to see John back in there, man.
Yeah, bro. It's been a
OG.
minute.
OG,
John,
for
thank
Good to
real.
you
meet
for
an
your
OG.
time.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
and we'll have you back at the round table in a minute. Thank you, man. The next one I want to bring on is actually the guy he mentioned first was Nico. And Nico's an OG too, man. And he's a real fighter. I'm you. Yeah, I got you. There you go. How you doing, Nico? Welcome to the show.
There you go. Was married. So, how you doing?
Good.
What's
How
up,
are
Nico?
you, man?
Good to see
All
you,
good,
man.
all good.
Good. So tell me about yourself. Like, first of all, you started, as I saw your nationality, where are you from? You're from Colombia, correct?
Yeah, I've been in a few countries already.
Yeah.
I'm
So
from
where are you
Colombia,
living?
but I before coming to Spain, I was living in Ecuador. It's
Okay.
next to Colombia. There is where I started training.
Okay.
It's been about 12, 11 years already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Turned pro about 10 years ago.
Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, and been quite busy years lately, especially.
We as promoters love guys like you, Nico,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
come to fight. And
That's
there's
right.
no nonsense. It's just let's go, let's fight. And
Uh,
and Joel and I we're kind of enjoying, working with you and the guys that you bring also come to fight. As a matter of fact,
Thank you.
it's one of
Yeah.
your teammates is coming out, right? For the
For a world title.
world title.
135. Yep.
That's going to be, trust
That's
me.
gonna be
Tell me.
fireworks.
Fireworks.
Yeah,
Fireworks.
yeah. Trust me.
Those two
Other
fight.
than my fights, to be honest, trust me, that fight is going to be like, and I saw it's going to be the main event. Trust me, that fight is going to be a great
It's
main
a
event.
banger.
It's
For
a
sure.
Absolute banger.
It's a
banger,
banger.
banger. It's gonna be wild fight.
Yeah.
We're really excited for that fight. As a matter of fact,
So do I. I'm not fighting for the world title, but I'm so
you're fighting
excited
for
for
a
him
world
to.
title as well. It's just
Kind
gonna
of,
be 3
kind of.
shows
Yep.
Big money,
Well,
big money.
that's
and
the
a lot
plan.
more money. I guess a lot more
That's the
money.
plan.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, Nico. I'm gonna
Tell
ask
me.
this to everybody. Who would you pick first if you were to win the lottery? As far as your first opponent in here, who would you pick first? How would you see this tournament going and you winning the entire grand prize?
To be honest, I don't. I told her already. Whoever I have to fight, I will fight.
So you
But
get to pick.
I think no. More than the first pick, I think it will be the final. To be honest, I think the final it's going to be me and Dimitri.
You and
I
Dimitri.
think it's 100% going to be the final.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like you guys are amongst the most experienced on the card, with you bringing in 32 fights and probably one of the least known, probably in the American circuit, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that gives you an advantage going into the fight, being that a lot of these guys might not know who you are?
Kind of. It's like how is it said? Surprise factor, the unknown. So it's kind of, yeah. It's going to be kind of interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, how do you? So in that final matchup, you said that you said 100% it's going to be you and Dimitri. So how does that match go down? How do you predict? What do you think happens in that fight? How do you think you beat him?
I know Dimitri will have to kill me to beat me. So
Well,
if he wins, it's because he killed me. That's it.
That's fair. Well, let me say this: if we don't get that fight in the finals, we're gonna make that fight happen. That fight is gonna happen.
That one way or the other, that fight has to happen.
That fight is gonna happen.
That fight has to happen for sure.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Did you say that you said that you've been fighting for 10 years?
I've been training for about 12 years.
Okay.
Pro fighting for 10 years now.
Yeah. Man, that you've been busy.
Long time.
Yeah, been traveling a lot the world.
Yeah, wow.
Amazing.
Nico, thank you for joining us. It was good talking
Thank
to
you.
you. Stand by
Thank
for,
you.
we're going to do a little bit of roundtable stuff afterward. Thank you.
Sure.
All right. Next one on is Augustine. Augustine, welcome. Let's get you unmuted there.
Hello, what's up?
How are
Augustine,
you?
what's up, man?
Very good, very good. Thank you for having me. How's everything there?
Everything's good, man. How have you been?
Very well, very well. Listening, everybody over here, having a good time here. It's sunny, so
You got the
everything
Miami
good.
weather, huh?
Yeah, I have the forever sunshine.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
Nice out
yeah,
there,
it's cool.
man.
Well, you're gonna get some more sunshine in Arizona. It's a little bit hotter than
Is it,
Miami.
See, that's true. I've been there last year. Yeah.
Good.
Nice.
It's
Well,
hot and dry though. It's not
Yes.
humid.
Yeah, it is.
You know, it's
Exactly.
dry.
Exactly.
it's
It's
very
way different
dry.
than this.
Bring your chapstick. Oh, yeah. So, as from what I understand, you fought one of the athletes that is in the 8-man tournament already. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I fought Ethan Geffen, like
Okay.
2022, if I'm not
22. And how did that go?
Well, we fought for 5 rounds in New York. I lost the fight in a close match, which I reserve my comment. So I'm okay. I'm good.
You reserve your comment. What does that
Yeah.
mean?
Well,
Means
lost
you
are
want them
lost.
again.
Lost are lost, wins are wins, and are just
So
results. You know, I'm happy. I'm happy of what happened that day because it realized me. The way I was as an athlete, that was my first fight here in the States.
Interesting.
Okay.
I was 3 years younger. I didn't have him, but, but I was with my mindset coming from Thailand, living in Thailand, and I was a different fighter, a different professional.
Yeah.
Talking about how to face the events, how to face as a fighter, regarding the show. If you understand what I say.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead.
And I remember being there myself, a good guy. I'm not a mean person, and I'm not the person who talks shit or goes, like that as a fighter. I fight. I like fighting, and I show myself over there. And since that fight, I learned how things works in the show and what you have to be, not only to beat the other person, also to win something into the sport. And I'm happy with that result. I would love to win, but it was a really good fight. We fought for 5 rounds, and that guy is tough.
They said Emiliano said that you were robbed. That's what they're saying on YouTube. I'm getting a lot of those messages. Do you agree with them?
No, I don't go against that. I'm a fighter. I fight. I just take the result. As every time I win, I lose. And I teach that. I'm a coach too, and I always say the same. You have 4 different results that you can get when you fight. You can win, you can draw, you can lose, and you can get robbed. At the end of the day, you're a fighter.
Right.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do? I don't know if you're fighters too. Probably too. You want to fight.
Sure.
And you want to be the best. Those 2 that just passed, Nico and the other guy, sorry, John, I think. I don't remember.
John Garcia, yeah.
They both said, I want to fight, I want to be the best. So if you lose, it's just that moment of that result. If you stay with that, I would never go forward. And I would never win if I stay like, I've been robbed.
Right.
I'm just.
Bobby Wilson asked you, what did you learn from that fight specifically to help you as a fighter now?
Bueno, I learned that my, how you say, it's my way of facing a fight is not as a good guy and chill. You have to put your personality too. You cannot wait until the result. Sometimes, for example, when you feel that you're winning, you relax yourself. Sometimes a little bit. I'm not saying that you just chill in the ring, but I learned that day that over here you cannot because I'm the outsider. I'm the outsider. I've been the outsider for 3 years, and you cannot leave nothing to the judges.
That's right.
So if you're gonna step into the ring, whoever is in front of you, you have to treat him as your opponent with respect and everything, not being a piece of that word, but being a good person. But it's your opponent, so it helped me to build a personality as a fighter and step into the ring the way I fight.
Well, let me ask you. You had another fight after that.
Yeah.
I believe it was on Freedom in Miami. Tell us a little bit about that fight.
Bueno, that was a hell of a fight.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
you
been there?
I see it. I saw it. I wasn't there, but I saw it.
Oh, okay.
I saw it. I just want you to talk about
it. Look, that's exactly the perfect example of what I learned on that first fight. This fight came out on a different weight. When the weighting came, they didn't get the weight. I put my personality, I asked for what is mine, and I get into the ring being a fighter. I wasn't shy. I wasn't going to say, oh, this guy didn't do the weighting, didn't do this, didn't do that. No, fuck it. I train and I'm gonna do myself and I'm gonna put my best. I step into that. That guy is freaking good. I owe my respect to Amin. He's a freaking
He's
badass.
A competitor, man. He's a dog.
And he doesn't like to lose, man. He didn't care about when he stepped into the ring, even though he was the one who didn't get the weight or whatever he said. That didn't move a thing on him. He stepped into there. He wanted to win and beat my ass, and it's okay. I respect that shit. So
that's the job.
That's the job.
That's what we do.
Right.
It's our job.
Right.
And when I step into the ring, even though what happened, I say I'm gonna do the same. And I think that fight is the perfect example of the fight doesn't finish. The fight don't finish until the last bell.
That's right.
I never put my head away from that. And if you can see him was outside, even though he was winning in the second round, he was talking to the crowd. He was getting out. What can I say? It's a fight. Again, I won't be more happy, than in another fight. It's another win. What can I say? I'm so happy of that. And that guy put me in a real test.
Sure, absolutely.
That elbow, I think, was one of the best that I ever seen.
Yeah, that was good. That was a knockout.
I'm sorry.
That was a knockout, man.
Hey,
wow,
man. I never did that kind of knockout. I have 12 knockouts in my pro fight. I think that one was the best timing, the best knockout that I ever had.
Yeah, it just shows your level. It shows the level of the competition that we have here.
Yeah, thank you.
Augustine,
you for bringing it back.
I'm gonna ask this question just like I ask everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to win the lottery, as far as who would you pick first to fight? What would your strategy be to go in so that you can get to the finals and win this entire thing? And how do you predict this tournament going?
First of all, I want to make a comment. You know that nobody's gonna answer that, right?
We're waiting for it. We're waiting for somebody to answer it.
The fish die by his mouth, they said. I want to say those are Argentinians. No, again, I've been through the fight. The fighters, I've been looking at them. We do that. They're great. I would fight anyone. And as Nico did, I have a final. I have a final in my mind.
Tell me.
I'm gonna be fighting for that final to put everything in the table again. And I don't know if this is the moment, but I would like to put that title that we fought that time. Put my world title on the 25K with Ethan. That would be good for the final.
Wow, I would love that. That'd be sick.
We both have to. We both would have to.
So
reach
you want to see the final as Ethan and you would put your world title up
with against his. Claro, the one that I lost that day.
Okay, that's interesting. I actually kind of want to hear what Ethan has to say.
It was an idea that I've been thinking since I saw the. And
it's
again,
this idea.
This is where
maybe we can get with other promotion and we do a collab promotion and maybe we can make something happen. That'd be. I think unbelievable.
That's the end. That would be the hypest thing that we can make. I was thinking on promotion wise and all everything. But mostly, I think it will give a beautiful lore to the story. That would be great.
Yeah, that's right. It's a good story.
How do I see myself? Well, I'm training. I think I have what it takes again to be in the ring and do those 3 rounds until the final and put them to fight because I want it all. I came here to this country with nothing. As many people, that's it. I know what is nothing. I want to take it up.
Awesome. Augustine, thank you so much for your time. Stick around.
Guys,
we're
thank
gonna,
you
we're
so
gonna
much.
have you.
I appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Stick
Augustine.
I
around a
appreciate
little
the
bit.
opportunity.
We'll do a little bit of roundtable talk. Awesome. Who do we want to have on next?
Ethan. Get Ethan on, right?
Why not?
But I don't know. I think Ethan was on, and then I just lost him. I just lost him.
Why don't we get the only Arizona native on there? Let's get Antonio in there.
Let's go to Antonio, and then we'll have Ethan. We'll have Ethan respond. Antonio, what's going on, brother? I'm unmuted there. How you doing, buddy?
I'm sorry. I'm good. How are you guys?
Good, man.
Good.
We're
Good to
good.
see you.
We're good.
I've
Good
watched
to see you all.
Antonio grow up on the Siam stage. How old was your? I think it was your first fight you had on the stage. How old were you your first fight?
The first time I fought on Siam, I think I was 12 or so.
Man,
Yo,
that's
Something like that.
crazy.
he's
That's
been
crazy.
fighting on the big stage for a minute. Don't get it twisted. He's young, but he's been around. He's as
Yeah.
experienced as
A lot of
all
fights.
these guys on here.
Yeah.
A lot of fights. Tell me about some of that. You know how you've come up. You know in Arizona and what you've been doing since the Siam stage. How where have you fought and tell us about your journey, bro.
So, well, as you know, I started training in Arizona and stuff. And just recently, I would say the last 2 or so years, I've been out to Thailand multiple times a year and just trying to elevate my game as much as I can, trying to get the most experience as I can, and trying to fight the best people that I can as well. So,
Amazing. I'm gonna just pose this question straight. Okay, who, if you were to have win the lottery, who would you pick as your first match for the U.S.?
I like the challenge. So I think that I have two people that I would like to fight, or I could see myself in the finals with, is Dimitri and Nico. Those are the two,
Dimitri and
I think,
Nico.
most dangerous
Once again, those
most
two.
dangerous fights. I think for me, I like the challenge. So
Okay.
Seems like everybody wants a
Like the
piece of
best
Dimitri.
people.
Like a lot of people have been saying they
He's a
want to fight
beast. He's a
Dimitri.
beast. He's really
So-
good. And
Let me ask this. So you're the only Arizona native on this card.
Yeah.
How do you think that's going to play to your advantage?
I think it could play a little advantage just having like my people there to support me and stuff. But honestly, at the end of the day, it don't matter where I fight. I could be across the world, and at the end of the day, it's just me and my opponent in the ring. So I try to stay away from all the other stuff outside of the ring. At the end of the day, it's me and my opponent in the ring, and I feel like nothing can help you guys fight at that time. You know?
Well, for sure. Well, the reason I say it might be an advantage because that Arizona heat, man. You know, we don't have that. I'm in New York. We don't have that kind of heat like that, man. That shit is crazy.
It's not that bad.
It's not
for us,
terrible.
man. For us,
It's only bad when you got running sprints at
it's
10
50
What a
a.m.
lot of
today,
people,
so-
a lot of people don't realize either is that we're in some slight altitude as well. You know, some people don't. And Antonio is in major altitude. What's the
Yeah, I'm up
altitude
in
out in
Flagstaff.
Flagstaff where you're at?
I think like 7,000 feet,
7,000 feet. Joel came to my gym
something like that.
maybe like 5 years ago or something and started training. And he was getting exhausted. Oh my God. So I can't breathe in here. And we're only 1,200 feet.
Hey, man, that was
Yeah.
different for us. It's different.
1,500 feet. I was like, you're gonna
Yeah,
matters.
pass out in Flagstaff.
Yeah, up in Flagstaff, it's nice. It's I feel like that's going to be a good advantage that I have cardio wise and stuff. And going back to 3 rounds, I think I'll be able to push the pace a lot. So it'll be fun.
Well, you're pretty tall. How tall are you, Antonio?
Like 6'2", 6'1".
6'2", 6'1". It's very tall, 145.
Yeah.
Actually,
145.
if I'm not mistaken, the tallest one on the card.
I think he's the tallest one on the card.
Yeah.
And I would say that might, bring a pretty major advantage. We all know how height helps. Definitely doesn't hurt. So so you see yourself in the finals with either Nico or Dimitri, but who would you pick first to fight? If I say, hey Antonio, you won the lottery, who would be the first pick?
I would probably say I would just go straight to who I think has the best chance of winning the tournament. I'll go Dimitri.
You Dimitri. Okay. Dimitri probably guarantees gonna get picked.
Yeah.
The
that
first
matchup,
lottery pick,
Antonio.
man, is probably the first one to get picked for sure. That's
Antonio, what about the Dimitri matchup? Other than, of course, the fact that he's incredibly skilled and he's a top player in the thing, in your opinion, but what about the matchup excites you? Like, what tools do you have versus his tools that you think would make it a favorable fight or an exciting fight?
I haven't watched too much of his fights. Watched a few though, and I feel like me and him have the best like Muay Thai style, and I think it would be a really beautiful but violent fight at the same time. So that's what I think, and that's what I want. So
awesome.
That's perfect, man. Antonio, thank you for joining us, and
Thank
stick
you,
around. We'll do some round table, some open discussion afterward. Thank you, brother.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so we got Ethan. I don't think he has a camera, but I'm gonna add him on. You have a camera? Oh, there he is.
I'm in.
Got a camera.
There he
Sorry, guys.
is.
Sorry about
What's
that.
up, Ethan?
How you guys doing, man? Good to see you guys.
He's
Ladder 31.
at work.
Got a rep. Yep.
31,
Unfortunately,
hell
I'm sorry.
yeah.
The
We had a little
fireman.
miscommunication with the Arizona time and the New York time, so I thought it was gonna
Yeah,
be at
well,
home,
it's
but-
daylight savings time today, so unfortunately, Arizona. Unfortunately for you guys, but
Unfortunately for us, for sure. Yeah.
Arizona does not have a daylight savings time. We don't. It's one of the few places in the world that don't have a daylight savings time. We don't play this. We don't play this stuff. It's nonsense. So, what do you have to say about the fight with Augustine? He basically called you out.
I mean, I have nothing to say about it. The fight is out there for people to see. It's not me talking shit. It's just me talking facts. I dropped him in the first round. I folded him in the fourth and fifth round. So I don't see, if the judges are looking at the fight, how would you score any of those rounds for him? Like I said, it's not talking shit, it's talking facts about the fight, but he's a super respectful guy. I have a lot of respect for him. He's super tough, and anybody could win in this tournament on any given night, I believe.
Nice. Same question.
Let's say
Go ahead,
who's your pick? Who's your first guy? Who's your first guy, and who do you see in the finals?
I have everybody's picking this Dimitri, and I hate to say it, but I guess I haven't done enough research because I really, I just try to focus on myself mostly. If I could bring the best version of myself in the ring, I think I can compete with anybody in the world.
I believe it. That's why you're in the team. That's why you're on the tournament, right? Let's say I give you the lottery ticket, right? And I say, hey, pick one.
You get first pick.
Which one is your first pick, Ethan?
What you doing? I'm gonna let you guys pick. I'll flip a coin, whatever you guys want to do. I didn't get into the tournament. Be like, man, I hope I get this guy in the first round, or man, I hope I get an easy route to the finals. No, I'm ready. I'm ready to go wherever it is.
Would you want to be running it back with Augustine and try to secure that win and put that to bed?
Oh, whatever. If that's how it works out, I'd love to. But if it doesn't, I'm not going to lose sleep over it either.
Understood. Joe, you have any questions? Jake?
I mean, you're known as the fireman out here, right? Your theme song, "The Fireman" by Lil Wayne, is your theme.
Shout out to Joel for that.
Are you gonna get the DJ to play a song in the walkout and show the fans a little bit about Ethan?
100%. A little known fact, actually, Joel was the one that recommended that song to me back early in my career, and I've had it ever since. It was perfect.
That energy,
everybody,
man.
Fun, every time I walk out to it, people love it. So it's a big fan favorite.
For sure.
Nice, amazing.
No, I don't have any questions. But one thing I want to say is every athlete pretty much says, even if they say, yeah, like I see myself fighting this guy, they always have this general answer of like, man, it could be anybody. And I think that speaks to the level of the bracket.
Absolutely.
The fact that there's no one clear guy who's worse than the rest of the pack. There's no one like, oh, I want that fight because it's an easy fight. And
it's an easy wins in the finals, right?
Everybody is like, it could be anybody, man. It's all whoever is feeling good that day, feeling the best that day might make it to the next round.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool that everybody has that level of respect for each other. And I'm excited to see this, man. This is pretty cool. And I mean, I think, if I'm not mistaken, are you the sole New York athlete, or is John Garcia in New York as well?
John Garcia is from California. Yeah, he's
right.
the New York athlete here.
Only New York athlete.
He's the only
New York fireman, no less.
It doesn't get much more New York than that.
Ethan,
what's up,
there was a question online. Bobby's been pretty vocal. And he was asking, what would you say your strengths as a fighter are? Like, what are you good at? What should people be looking out for when they fight you?
I would say just probably I could do everything pretty well. Like, I'm very well rounded. I'm not really. I have good defense, good eyes. I could box. I could knee. I could clinch. I'm gonna have super good cardio for this. So yeah, I'm pretty. Wherever the fight goes or wherever I need to adjust, I'm pretty good at that.
Amazing. And then another question, which I feel like I should have asked everybody. If you win, what are you doing with the money?
I promised the wife and the kid a vacation, and then I probably save the rest. I don't know. With the kid, it's a little rough, so we'd look at a short flight to the Caribbean. Yeah, well,
I'm gonna open a Roth IRA.
Living in New York is not cheap.
Yeah,
it's not a vacation. It's not a vacation place either.
Savings bonds or something, man. We all know how scarce it is to get a payday like 25,000 in the world of Muay Thai, right? This is basically rare, so extremely rare. So, Ethan, thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys so much.
And stick around if you have time. Stick around, and we'll throw you on the round table a little bit. Thanks, bro.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
So funny, Tiago. It's too late now, but Augustine put in the chat, "Come to Miami," smiley face.
Yeah, I mean,
Miami's nice. Miami's nice.
I want to see that fight again, to be honest with you, if that's the case. And next up is Victor from Brazil. Let me get him on.
Tudo bem?
Taking a minute. Tudo bem?
Tudo bem? Tudo bem?
Brazil.
How are you doing?
Let's get him.
Good to meet you, Victor.
Nice to meet you, guys. Nice to meet you.
So a lot of people don't know. You are probably the second most experienced guy on the card. Coming in with 33 fights, and you're very young, 24 years old. How do you think it's going to play out for you?
Sorry, can you say again?
Yes, I said you're one of the youngest on the card at 24 years old with 33 fights, 33 pro fights. How do you think it's going to help you out on this in this tournament?
I think my experience, like when I start fighting, I used to like brawl a lot. I used to be like a street fighter, but like I lost a lot. I had like 11 losses. It's not a lot, but like, I lost sometimes. And every time I learned something, so
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so this is the biggest thing I learned is like how to fight,
Sure.
How to be like more calm, like don't waste shots, and everything. So yeah, I think that's it. My experience and my heart, bro. I think no one has a biggest heart than me. I'm Brazilian, so we have a big heart.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys fight. Let me just say about your losses. 11 losses it's really not a lot. And when I see a fighter that's undefeated, that kind of raises some red flags, because like when you see a lot of wins with let's say a small ratio of losses, to me all it says is that either you're better than Sanchai, or you're fighting tomato cans, right? So
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
The losses just shows the level of the people that you fight, right? If you're a high level guy, you're taking losses, that means you really are fighting the best.
Exactly. I always had hard fights, like inside of the ring, outside of the ring. So my life was not easy. So I'm okay with that, Like when I was in Canada for 2 years, and when I got there, I started fighting with the best. Like I fought with Thomas. Thomas was in the
You
tournament.
fought Thomas, yeah.
Yeah, I fought Thomas. I fought Abdul Haddad. I fought like a lot of big names of Canada. So I never, how can I say? I never I
don't shy away.
Fights,
Yeah.
No, never. I never. So I just fight. If give me a name, give me some money, and I'm there.
So if you get to the finals and get that $25,000, would that be the biggest purse you've ever gotten for a fight?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
So who do you think you would pick if you had to choose your first opponent, and what do you see in the finals?
To be honest, anyone, but I would like to fight this Dimitri. Everyone's talking about him, so maybe he's good, right? I would like to fight him.
Sure.
I saw his knockout, like the elbow.
Yeah, that was
wicked,
that elbow
man. Today we're gonna show everybody that elbow.
That was wicked, man. That was one of the
vicious elbow.
That was.
We're gonna show that elbow again today.
So yeah, maybe him. I think him. Yeah.
Okay. You have any questions, Jake?
No, I think next athlete, I'm just going to ask him, why do you want to fight Dimitri? And just tell me why you want to fight him too. But no, it's great. That's I'm excited. I'm excited to see a Brazilian representation on the card. I am not Brazilian, but I absolutely love Brazil. So I'm excited to see you go out there and do some work, sir.
Thank you.
And have you fought in the States before?
Never. Never.
Okay.
I fought in Canada, I fought in Thailand and Brazil. That's it. That
Where
would be
in
my
Brazil are
first
you
fight.
located?
Sorry, say again?
Where in Brazil? Which city in Brazil are you located?
Rio de Janeiro. Yeah, the best one. Yeah.
I love Rio. Rio. I've been to
But
Rio.
I'm going to Calgary next week. I'm gonna finish my camp with Francois at Elite Striking Academy. So yeah, it's gonna be good, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I wanna go there and just make a show for you guys.
Okay.
Victor, thank you so much for your time. Stick
Thank you,
around.
guys.
We'll do some round table. If anybody has so we could kind of have a round table chat. Thank you, Victor.
Thank you.
All right, so apparently the man of the hour. I don't think I missed anybody, because everybody has a target on Mr. Dimitri. Dimitri, welcome.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you? Welcome.
Good. Thank you. Nice to see you. Thank you for inviting me to this tournament. I'm very happy, but I will be more happy when we meet.
Yeah, for sure.
March 29. Yes, and I will be more happy when I get $25,000.
Yeah.
So you clearly have a target on your back. Almost every single athlete here says that if they win the lottery to pick first opponent, they would pick you. Why do you think that is?
It's crazy. I really shocked that fighters challenge me. It's really surprised, but who want to get a fight with me? We'll have different dates. Another promotion, no problem, guys. I really like to get a fight. I will be happy to share a ring with everyone. Every fighter is the best fighters in the world. I just check Instagram. It doesn't matter who will be my first opponent. I have a lot of experience in tournament, more than 20 fighters. I don't know who will be my next opponents in different tournaments, amateur, European, World Championship. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. But Guy from uh, Argentina. He's
Argentina.
Argentina. Yes, he's last connecting our podcast. His last connect in our interview. His first, second. I never get a fight with Argentina fighters. And third, I watch his Instagram. He's have good spin back knuckle. I would like to
Okay.
check who is spinning back elbow
It's
the
better.
better.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. Augustine's been called out on the spinning elbow competition here. We're gonna see who has the better spinning elbow. Let's take a look at your spinning elbow knockout.
Yes.
Take a look, and it was quite vicious. I mean, it was quite vicious. Let's take a look. So this is his last fight. When was this fight, Dimitri?
It was 3 months ago.
3 months.
Yes.
So he got one. There's a dump. Beautiful sweep. No, wait for it. And this was, it was a pretty competitive fight.
Yes, I agree.
But that is brutal. That is absolutely brutal.
Guys, every time I'm happy when I won my fights, but in this moment, this knockout was very strong, but I was not happy because it really was very hard. Too much.
It was a hard fight. What was hard about it?
It's good opponent. It's a tall guy, very strong guy, but I control all fights. I could prepare this fight, but everything was good. But I mean, its knockout was so strong.
Yeah, it was a big knockout.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember being there live, and after the knockout happened, the crowd literally went silent. There wasn't a sound inside the arena, and it was scary. It was very scary.
Yeah, sure, I agree. I was very scared too. I happy when I won the knockout, but not this way.
Yeah, I understand.
It's my son. It's Ilya, but I have now. I still big problem in my English. Sorry, guys. I just 2 years.
Your English is excellent.
It's
I
excellent.
understand in everything you're saying. I have no problem talking to you.
Thanks so much. I just studied English around 2 years. My coach Charlie said, "Dmitry, you just need to relax and be confident, and
That's
your
it.
interview will be fun." But yes, I waiting fun interview.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Dimitri, question: What brought you to the United States? Why did you come out here from? And where were you living before?
I'm from Belarus. It's small Grodno city. I like my country. I'm a very big patriot. I just want to little bit change my life. Yes, and now I stay in USA, but I think it's not for every my life. I gonna come back to Belarus, but I know where, when. Yeah, do you understand me?
I understand.
We understand.
It's good opportunity. Life in USA, good opportunity for future.
Sure.
I have a big dream. Yes, I meet Lara good friends, Lara good persons. Yes, I like stay here. I really like live in USA.
Dimitri, question.
Yes.
Who would you pick? Would it be your first fight? Would it be Augustine first if you had a choice to pick your first fight? Or who would you want to fight first in this 8-man tournament?
But I said you, guy, I don't know. I not have a choice. Every fighter is good, but I like any challenge. I said maybe guys from Argentina, but I never get a fight from Argentina.
Argentina. So Augustine would be your first pick for because the way that we are trying to do this at weigh-ins is you win a lottery, and then if you win the lottery, you pick your opponent. And that's how we're trying to do the draw. It depends on if the commission will allow it. I'm hoping that it will. We may have to do the draw.
We might have to do it ahead of time.
We might have to do it ahead of time just because commission rules, but we are trying to make it as if so that you can pick your opponent. And out of all of them, Augustine is going to be your pick, correct?
Yes, correct. But guys, I believe you know what you do. You know who is will be a good final for me or first fight for me. But I believe your choice. It doesn't matter for me.
Doesn't matter. Amazing.
You know, that just speaks to the level of everybody here. Like, not one person said, "I want to guarantee my ticket to the finals. I want the $25,000." Everybody just wants to fight the hard fight, right? Everybody wants to be the top dog here.
Yeah.
I think people recognize the opportunity that's in front of them with every show, because a lot of eyes are going to be on every part of this tournament process, knowing that it's building up to a $25,000 cash prize. So I think that people are realizing, man, I want to make an impact on every single show for the sake of their brand. Probably it might be a very smart athletic move for them as well, and it speaks to your career and how skilled you are, Dimitri, that people just want to take the opportunity to have a fight with an amazing competitor.
Just a sec, please.
Они за $25,000 они выбирают. Некоторые хотят топ-доками быть, и они хотят выбирать оппонентов, чтобы они выигрывали. Ну, типа, без разницы.
И что мне ответить на это?
Ничего, я не знаю.
Sorry, it was a question, but sorry, I don't know, I better understand you.
It's okay. I was just, it was long.
He was just saying that everybody wants to fight the best guy, and it seems that they all want to fight you.
Of course, I would like to get a judge for the best fighters in the world. When I grew up, I never have a choice with my opponent. I would like to get a fight the best fighters in the world and show my levels. And I the best fighters in the world, but I need to show my level. You know, I never chose the fight like this.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can get you three fights within the next few months. And within that time, we can show that you are amongst the best in the world.
So, Dimitri, thank you.
Thanks so much
for your time. And actually, I think that's everybody we have today. I'd like to bring in everybody, and we have some questions on the chat. We can kind of if anybody is on the thread that wants to comment, any questions or anything for the group, I'm going to put it out there. So I'm going to add everybody to the stage and have their mics up. And if you guys have any questions for them, I have a question here. And I think Varun there posed the question. So if Dimitri's the hardest fight, and I think I don't know if this is a question. So is everybody saying that the rest of the card is easy work? And how do you guys respond to that? I don't know if I missed everybody. Did I get everybody on? Yeah.
Все говорят, что ты самый тяжелый оппонент, и все другие бои это самые легкие.
What do you guys say? So is what are your thoughts on the rest of the card? Did we lose Joel?
I'm here.
Right, Joel, lost you there, buddy.
It's all good. I'm here.
Ты самый тяжелый оппонент, и типа они спрашивают у всех то, что весь остальной.
What happens?
Работа. И никто все боятся ответить.
At the point if Dimitri loses, right? And is there a question in your mind, Dimitri, that that you might is this something because the way Dimitri was speaking, and this is a guarantee he's gonna win. There's no doubt. And I love that the fact that everybody has that same kind of mindset.
Они выиграют, и ты всего самое больше говоришь, что
What are you guys' thoughts?
Они спрашивают, ты не отвечаешь.
Nobody would take the lead.
Nobody wants to speak on that.
I will.
Go for it. Go for it.
I'm pretty sure that we all think the same thing. We all respect each other, even though we haven't shared events or we don't know each other in person. We saw that the experience always gives you a plus. That's why I think Dimitri was the most spoken. But everybody over here, if it is here, is because they know what they're doing. And if you step into this and you say yes, it's because you're gonna put it. So
That's right.
even though he wins, he lost, whatever it is, the one who steps every stage is gonna give the 100 and the 110 and the 150% until he make it. So every fight is gonna be a final. I wouldn't be disappointed of any fight. Así que I wouldn't say that it's an easy work. So it's gonna be work for everybody. Every stage is gonna be work, and from here we're gonna get out of here leveling up for sure.
The fans are gonna love this,
and I'm gonna get a new vacation.
It's gonna be a world title fight every fight. Now here's another.
It's a final. It's a final.
It's a final every fight. You're right.
I think it's a final.
Bobby asked, "Does anyone feel like Dimitri has any weaknesses that they can exploit?"
That's a great question.
Кто-то думает, что у тебя есть.
I haven't seen any fight. I'm sorry.
Кто-нибудь думает, что у тебя есть слабое.
It seems like he's the guy to beat.
Hey,
anybody?
Don't leave me alone again.
Anybody? I'll throw it on you, John. What do you think? Have you seen Dimitri fight, and do you think he has any weaknesses?
I've seen a couple of his fights. I'm still doing my research on everybody. Like, to answer the previous question, everybody is stacked. I pretty much don't care who I match up against. I just want to showcase the world what I'm capable of. And if Dimitri is the guy to beat in the first fight, then I got to put in my work. So. Right. I don't know what weaknesses he has as much as he doesn't know much weaknesses on me. If he's studying me, cool. We're all studying each other. So I just got to know the moment that it comes in, that bell rings, we got to figure it out from there. So if
that's right,
I would say any weaknesses, I would just be like, maybe just the unpredictability that we have of not facing each other.
Nice. What about you, Antonio?
I feel like my timing would play a big advantage with me fighting Dimitri. And also, too, I do have quite a bit of experience fighting as well. So I feel like I have a good advantage against almost everybody, I would say. I have a good advantage with my timing and fight time. I have quite a bit of fights. So I think that'll play a big factor for me.
Okay. Amazing. Anybody else? Nico.
Yeah.
You said that it's for sure 100%. 100%, Nico. You and Dimitri.
Yeah,
how would you beat him in the finals, and what do you think? What do you think some of his weaknesses are that you can exploit?
More than his weaknesses, I think if I focus on my strengths, it's going to be a wild fight. That's for sure.
You think
it's worthy of a final, but if I have to make a change my game plan during the fight, I can do it. I can fight forward. I can fight backward. I can fight any way it's needed to win. So more than focusing on his weaknesses, I just have to focus on my strength, which is I can change my fighting style quite easy. So it's going to be a great fight. Anyways, it's going to be a very, very wild fight too.
Yeah, I think the whole card, anywhere that it happens, is going to be unbelievable. I've never seen a card with 7 pro fights on it, which is what we have on the show. So I'm excited to see what the draw looks like when that happens.
Majority of the fights are people from all over the world. Not all over the state, not all over the country, but all over the world. And it's quite exciting to bring this to Arizona for the local fans. And then we're also going to have a pay-per-view for people to watch all over the world. You get to actually watch it live. You'll be able to purchase and watch it live. All 3 shows in March, and we have May 17th, and then November 22nd for the final, where we're gonna crown a legitimate world champion who's legit top of the food chain when it comes to 145 weight class. And I couldn't be more excited to be part of something like this. Any final thoughts, Joel? You have any final thoughts? Anybody here have any final thoughts?
I mean, one of my final thoughts would probably be, you know, I know that any fight that happens is going to be a banger, and we want you guys on the card. We're excited to have you guys on the card. You give us your best, we're going to give you our best. We're going to have you back on if you perform the way you want to perform, and good luck to everybody. I want you to win the $25,000. I want it for myself, but I also want you to win it. So
well, you guys fight for it. All right.
I'll fight the winner. Whoever gets the 25,000, I'll fight him at 125. Whoever wants it.
Guys, thank you for your time. I appreciate everything. And we will see you back here in Arizona on March 29th. I'm going to see everybody here, and we are going to make history, guys. We're going to make some history. I think
exciting.
This is like
That
the craziest thing that we've ever put together. I think it's the craziest thing I ever put together as a promoter. I can't wait to see it. Every single one of these guys are contenders.
It's a banger. It's a banger of a show. It's a banger of a show.
Killers. So, make sure the tickets are going to be available on our website. You can go on our website, siamfights.com. Okay, you can watch. You can get the tickets online. There will be, if you want to support your athlete, there's going to be a way that you could do that. If they're selling tickets. But you're not going to want to miss this. This is going to be, especially, and you got to remember too, that we are going to be hosting the US Open tournament here in the same venue, the same weekend, actually. So if you're competing at the US Open and, you're done, even if you're not done, you want to get inspired and watch what the ultimate goal is, what you want to be.
The highest of high levels.
Level. That's where you should be. It's going to be a treat for all the athletes that are going to be coming out, and to watch who the top dogs are in the 145 weight class, and who the top dogs are in the world, and kind of work with them. And I think after the fights, I think all of them I'm gonna invite them to come watch the US Open athletes compete.
Finals, yeah.
Yeah, we can go watch the finals on Sunday for the US Open. But yeah, this is I'm quite excited. So
I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
We're gonna have our live stream link soon, so you could pre-purchase for the live stream. We don't have that up yet. We're working on that. But again, I want to thank everybody that came out on the show, and we will be seeing you in March 29th. Take care, guys.
See ya.